A critter is technically any living being, and Roscoe here is one of my favorite critters, even though he can't grasp that the word was actually started around 1815 as pronunciation of the word creature. Creature's etymology derived further back from a created thing, so creator is the first evolution of the word, the magic carp, if you will, which would make the word critter a gyarados. But then I read further and quickly realized that these terms may not be all what they're cracked out to be, because Wiki defined the US and Australian can refer to typically an arachnid, but reality is what you make it, so in my definition, critter is mostly anything, even drawn mythical creatures that I create from my own imagination, because heck it, maybe this space dude is an arachnid hiding some legs in the third dimension. So, like a duck that doesn't have a beak and toes in place of flippers, I do also believe that I am a critter with only 2 legs, probably needs a third one so I can tripod the camera better. Maybe if I was the AI version of myself like crafted plastic, I could be perfect in an unauthentic way, but that doesn't feel real to me. See, about a month ago I saw some critters jumping on a trampoline only to later find out that the bunnies were AI. I felt duped and bamboozled by a technology that I previously mocked. An interesting internal dilemma, but even though I'm pretty anti-AI music, it's odd to think that nowadays that's not always the agreed upon opinion. Nowadays everybody has the perspective of AI, and I'm not here to debate or vent, but truthfully here to just have a good time and voice some thoughts that have been stewing in my brain, like roasting potatoes, but I just wanted to scoop some beef broth of my noggin into a bowl and serve it up a la carte style. And I think I'm making Roscoe's belly rumble talking about this food. That boy loves his beef. He's always beefing with the sofa, you know, but at least the critter leaves my guitars alone.
They call me Roscoe, don't get it twisted. I swing happy macho, bite yarn and wild sharp chomp, yo. Crunch and eat me like a nacho. From meow with the gnats and swat any cockroach. Ain't seen one, but it's on sight if one got close. Prince like my homie DJ dylco on the console. Lot of soul, I can't believe it like the cosmos. Orange fur, cause I have high flows. Passing to the humor for the commentary. On we go, ooh, on we go.
Wait a minute, I just had an idea. Because I only just recently found it again.
So there I was talking about this old camera that I found in the depths of my closet. And don't worry, at some point while filming for this video, I do get the camera lens polished and the sensor cleaned. So most of this video is without specs, but on the clips that do have them, I'm going to try to make the most.
Oh, that one's crispy. Try that one. Got it.
So, off to the races we go. 2 critters participating in an activity like some honeybees after some honey. And usually when I throw frisbees at home, there's a dog chasing after them, but he doesn't always bring them back, so usually I cycle between like 5 of them and then I fetch them myself. So this was an evolution of skill, which is a nice way to make myself feel better about not getting a par this whole day. I did bogey a few, and a couple double bogeys or triple, but hey, we didn't place bets, so I left with my bank account intact.
Send some thick kind of brush, I'll get to it. And what type of par? I'm just trying to get some nature shots.
Can I sing to you?
If you need to, go for it. I say do it.
Now watch how I do this. Are you ready?
I am. Sam, I am. Let's hit this shit.
Watch how I do it.
Oh, I see what you're trying.
And my dad did get a few pars, but also a few over that because he's been out of the game for at least a year or 2, but he's got some trophies in the basement that I remember always having, and I've been to some courses when my family would travel for my brother's baseball games, so sure, I didn't do as good as I thought that I could have, but I sure had a lot of fun. And here I was looking for my frisbee, which actually wasn't mine because I lost one of mine, and then I found 2, and then my dad lost 1, so we were net equal throughout this trip, and I should note that if anybody recognizes their frisbee, then let me know and I'll give it back to him.
Well, where the heck did it go?
And I think I'm getting warmer over there. Lock in your votes if you think that I find the other frisbee. I guess I already told you that I did if you were listening.
Oh, yes! Yeah! And it didn't even go in the water. Okay, now let's find the other one, though.
So yeah, this was definitely a learning experience, and there's so much to learn. Information is out there, and you can only get better by practicing and trying more. And, you know, there's a learning curve, and it's just you gotta curve with it. You can't learn. You gotta learn. It's like I wasn't terrible at the sport. I just wanted to spend a little more time outside walking around. It's like I was just trying to give the tree leaves a trim.
Hang on, let me get this bogey real quick. Let me get this double bogey real quick, you don't mind? This is my first triple bogey. Triple bogey, here we go.
I guess it feels easier in my brain than it does in my body, because the ligaments haven't caught up with my mental
yet.
Just
in case I accidentally hole-in-one it. Just in case.
So this was the last hole, and thankfully I didn't lose any more than the 1 frisbee, otherwise that'd be a disc appointment. And now, concluding this segment, I realized that my frisbee golf throw is like my digital footprint and creative life, because I just kind of throw every direction and different fields of expression, but it doesn't ever matter if I get a good number on the board, because I'm having a nice time taking the scenic route regardless.
So that takes me to this birdcam that I got online for about 2% of my weekly paycheck, because I'm a guy who likes to stop and smell the flowers. I wasn't even sure if the birds were actually eating the seed that I was leaving, so I wanted to kind of see for myself, and boy, I was in for a shock. Initially reviewing the footage, I was stoked to see that some birds were actually feasting and gathering around the feeders, like a Thanksgiving meal. I was glad to provide something so good to this dude had to alert his other homies that the food was ripe for the plucking. And what a nice song. I'd sample that if I knew what to make a song about, but I'll think on it maybe later. And it seemed fairly quickly that once the squirrel popped in, he kind of established his main residency here at my bird sanctuary. This dude ate more than I do in a day, and I respect his dominance and resilience, but I also appreciate that he did let some other critters get a nibble on his buffet. This isn't even my bird feeder anymore. I think it's this squirrel's, and I don't know why I have such a strong feeling that it's just one squirrel. I mean, maybe brothers, like twins scenario, like the Prestige, maybe both of them are stealing the food, but I only ever see just one squirrel in frame at the time, so I think it's funny to just think that it's just one, and kind of hilarious that how invested in it he is. I don't know how wild critters have meals without watching YouTube videos, but I love that I can put them in one of mine to honor the connection to my meal times and consumption of YouTube. I had so much footage of the squirrel and also bird noises from the audio that I made a beat sampling the chirps collected from the camera, and then I made a song from the perspective of this specific squirrel. So here's that.
This was made entirely with bird noises. I'm a scavenger. Spectacular, they heard. I'm a balancer, the birdhouse inhabiter. I'm scaring off the rabbit shirt to keep my snack in first. Crunches on smoke lavender. Jumping my calves on the curtain. I'll break the feeder, so I own it. Oh, who supplies this food? I don't know him, but I do not need to. I'ma keep on eating you. Camera lens, I'm seeing through. Stuck here, my feet unglued. I'll live in a bit. Seed crumbs on my chin. Yeah, squirrel-mode, I'm quicker. Gymnastic critter. Hold on to the tree. A whole feast just for me. All the nutrients I need. Getting them for the free. Don't gotta hunt things. Fly without no wings. Squirrel-mode, I'm quicker. A gymnastic critter, cleaning off my whiskers. This here what I live for. Squirrel-moded, I'm squirrel-moded. I'm a squirrel, oh a squirrel goes. A squirrel knows where a squirrel goes. A squirrel knows what a squirrel knows what a squirrel knows.
Okay, now this is later. And now, here's some fun facts about squirrels. Their teeth never stop growing. They're kind of like human fingernails, because they must gnaw and chew on hard objects to keep those teeth from growing too long. And that's why they're always chomping away on some stuff. And also, around 1870s, humans brought squirrels to all of our parks, along with, some other birds and kind of sparrows, just to give some little life into the parks. They thought that they could use a little bit of entertaining and enlightening some ravaging little creatures, and that's where the squirrels come in. And the name squirrel comes from ancient Greek, which was actually skiorvos, which skia means shadow, and then orva means tail. So a squirrel is literally just a shadow-tailed being, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And it seemed like the word first appeared back in 1327, but the first squirrel, resembling the ones that we have now, it actually appeared about 50 million years ago. And they were very similar mammals that climb trees looking for fruits and nuts. And that's pretty interesting that kind of the same critter didn't really need to evolve past much. They're just the parkouring beasts of the trees. And now, another critter that is often overlooked is the little ant. I spotted some also gobbling up the food that I intended for the birds, so I put a little microphone on them and listened to their conversation.
Dang it, Joshy. Our queen told us to bring back the food to the nest, not eat it all now.
Fine, I didn't know you were keeping track. It's not like there's enough of this stuff to go around.
Remember last time the squirrel jumped all the food supply on the ground?
Oh no, then it'd be so much easier to carry. What a shame.
We're ants. We're built for climbing on things like this. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know you were the architect of this universe and know how all things were made, apparently.
You're being dramatic.
So I was tired of those ants bickering, so I looked up where the word ant comes from, and it actually means the biter, or the cutoff. So the name reflects the insect's powerful jaws, and its ability to bite or cut things, so I figured I'd cut the segment short. And I redirected my focus to the bird bath fountain that I installed, because I noticed that it was not working, like an unemployed fountain. Plus there were many tiny water critters swimming around, and I thought about collecting them and raising them as my own offspring, but I decided to just empty the water and refill it so the birds can have fresh hydration, and don't drink a bunch of small microscopic critters. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, wait a minute, what's that over there?
There's not any food over here, just this bench.
Oh yeah, I saw the process of building this bench on AntTube.
Whoa, you got Wi-Fi signal? My antenna must be damaged.
Yeah, go lick some electrical cables, get reconnected.
Dude, I'm 8 months clean off of electricity.
That sounds like your problem, not mine. I freaking love that stuff.
It sounds to me like you're hooked. You can't get on enough of that stuff.
Hey, can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to think about things over here.
Full on. Yay.
No, wait, you've had that camera, haven't you?
This one, but I just found it. I haven't used it in a year because I couldn't find the battery pack. But I just found it.
Some critters, the name tells you all you need to know about them. Like the inventor of words got lazy on fly.
But I guess the name doesn't really tell you that those beings do barf out acid on their food to then dissolve it into an eatable component. And actually, maybe, I don't know how they would fit that into a name format, so maybe it's good that they just kind of reduce it.
And another animal that I housed in to live with me and provide comfort are these two twin doggos, Kato and Saba. I saw them grow up from just the baby pups, and just like I remember when I planted these tomatoes, and now they're all grown up and fresh for plucking. Not to compare my dogs to tomatoes, because the only dog that I'd eat is a hot one. Oh, hot dog. Could even put ketchup on that hot dog, which makes me think that I should cook tomatoes tomorrow. I got tomatoes up to my toes. So tomorrow I'll toast all those tomatoes and give some to my mama tomorrow. Tomato. Anyway, I should probably start the meal by making some butterfly. Wow, what a smooth transition of topic into this. It's like I'm metamorphosizing. Now I'm finally to the point in the filming process that I fixed that camera lens, so it's all clear here on out, and that just rocks. That is rock, and that is rock. And it seems like the moon is a waning crescent because the rock. Okay, that joke, it gets a B minus from me. I'm pretty interested in that I respect that yellow stinging species, but I don't really like these ones. But I try to view a wasp like a moth, and I just don't bother with it. But a flying guy that I do adore is the ones who hum and are also a bird. And here one of those goes hydrating.
Well, the hummingbird drank from the water spout. The dog he barked, human said don't shout. Scared off the squirrels across the ground. But the dog scared of thunder and the darkened clouds. What a cloud scared of won't go there now. Cause I got a little tail but no such mouse. And that old dusty house, one fly got out and found his way to the lively town. Got a bluebird job, he could fly around. And he buzzed a bunch and he buzzed so loud. And the music producer recorded the sound. And the fly got rich on buzz and brown. Like buzz, buzz, I does what I must. What's all the rush? I strumming the hum. It's like buzz, buzz, buzz. Bees and flies should be buds. Lobsters could give her cuts if someone would trust one, cause I don't.
Oh, it looks so cool. What a little dude. He's like, what's up? He's looking for something. What's he looking for, nuts? What's he looking for? He's hopping, he's leaping, he's bounding.
And now the sunset was concluding another day on planet Earth. As I kept holding onto my digital documentation device, hoping to make some gold with it. Had to give a little bit of flair. Just had to make sure I hit my pun quota, or else my Joker card gets revoked.
Are between red and blue, the sunflowers are gold. Roses are between pink and maroon. I'd bundle all those for you. Berries in my garden grew, but chipmunks munched on them. Took coffee grounds, kept them away. Now plump veggies plucking. Gonna fix dish for you sometime. Midday sunshine got me hot in the shade. If I stuck to a duck, might just up, gon' find a way. feeling spaced when I look normal. Bit square like my book corners. Chef time traveler cooking portals. Make a t-shirt proper in a hoodie formal. Recording too loud so they couldn't ignore him. My DigiNotes ordered, but my days unsorted. I took a stroll through my mental forest. Axe to a tree, make a wooden board with it. My construction's floor. Any who open the door to them. So get with me, or you can just get off it. I can just talk all good if it's nonsense. What even the topic? Colors in my pocket, corduroy olive green crumbled in my wallet. When I walk, I ain't even looking down. Beauty all around, say what's up to the clouds. Crime on the streets, still I love my town. Hatred in the world, time to shove it out. I can only fix what's near me. Through the veil I'm piercing, hanging out like an earring, just chilling like a deer in the clearing. Violets are between red and blue, the sunflowers are gold. Roses are between pink and maroon, I bundle all those for you.
And now, a sunset also symbolizes the closing of another segment. So, what's the next title card?
Oh yeah, work moded. I've been putting in that work with little stuff around the house, like this plaster in the basement, which actually started undocumented. I had to cut the sheets of drywall, and it was quite enjoyable, even though it felt like work still. But I especially enjoyed the plaster because there was something satisfying about it. And plus, I was always the math brain type growing up. There was something fun about measuring the shape needed to cut, and then drawing it out with a pencil on fresh drywall, and cutting it out, and then just placing it in and hammering it in, and it was like a real-life math problem with real-life consequences, such as if you measure the cuts a little off, then you'll end up plastering the gaps, and so you might as well just do it right the first time, unless you don't mind slathering some slow-drying paste around on flat surfaces, because I, for one, I don't mind it. And you know who else doesn't mind it? Seba.
Who's usually a good boy, but has his moments of letting his wolf side get the best of him. It's like as if a pet wasp stung me a time or two, and yet I keep giving him shelter. I just don't think he can make it out on his own in the open world, even though he'd love to see how many fire hydrants he could mark his territory on. But once he got free, this whole world would be flipped upside down, because there's no treats in the wild. It's hard out there. The open world sometimes kinda stinks, but hey, there's fun in it too. It's up and down, it's real fast paced, it's just kind of one thing after the other, like a mini vacation work sesh. And we brought Zeus, which is finally the last pet that we have domesticated mostly. He's actually the youngest of all the animals, but also the biggest. He's 4 years old, Roscoe's 5, we got him around September 2020, and Kato and Seba, we got them February of 2014, so they're about 11. Yet they still act more immature than Zeus here, but actually they all seem to get in phases and mood swings because they've all done a lot of good things and also a lot of bad things. We've kind of been training him to not jump on us too, which is also good. And I thought I'd also clarify the trip here, that me and my dad had brought Zeus to our little cabin at the lake house because we were putting in floorboards. Our old ones were real warped due to some rain damage and everything, so this was a repairing trip, and we just bring Zeus to prevent my mom from having to take care of too many animals. And you can see at one point, and you can see as we were leaving, Zeus did not want to leave. It was actually the first time the whole time that he broke out of his leash. He broke it, snapped it in half. I had been taking him on walks about 3 or 4 times a day while down there, which I usually let him out about 2 or 3, and I'll play frisbee with him in the backyard. So he still gets his usual dosage of outside time, but this particular moment he just needed to feel freedom. So you can see a couple clips where his leash is off, and that's just because he was wild at this point. He was still behaving, he was staying close to us and around the property, but it just took a little bit of extra effort to corral him back into the car. Ended up leaving about 3 hours after we had intended to, because he was just hanging outside but wouldn't get into the car. So that was a fun time. And also during these walks, not every time I would spray the bug spray on me. So I also had a lot of experience with another word that rhymes with critter, which is chigger. I like to call them grass mites because they get me every single year, and I know they reside in grass, so I just have to get some socks that can prevent them, or spray every single time I leave the house. But sometimes you don't think that you're going to end up in some tall grass, but then your dog walks you into it. So that's kind of all that happened. I did end up. So that was
So that was real itchy for about a week. It's kind of like sometimes my creative juices, where I have an itch to just do some form of creativity. That's kind of what it feels like. You know, it's like these little bites that I can't help but just have some desire to scratch that little side of me that is expressive and creative and just wants to say some things into a microphone.
Yeah, from my own mind, when I unwind, I ain't done rhyming, you know that it's sun shining on my dome piece, you know that I know how to speak, and you know that it's cozy, so flowy, as the cold as the ocean be, as the deep.
This has been a cool video to work on. I think we might have one more song that'll tie this all together, so perhaps we can just lock into that, and we're gonna keep on cooking with this video. Thanks y'all for watching.
Like a goose at a pond, looking for some nuggets of wisdom, sniffing for hope in a song. I'm itching for rhythms, itching for rhythm. I feel like a swan at the pond, a silly goose done upped on his diction, looking for the greener side of the lawn. Keep swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming. I'm just a duck at the pond. I'm relaxing and chilling. Sometimes it might feel wrong, but goodness, I'm digging and digging, 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 digging. I'm a mallet looking after my head. Any food I find, I'ma just split it. I'm a mallet and my baby makes me grin. The water just fine, she'll get in and up it. I feel like a squirrel, never lost, just rummaging whatever he can, and chilling with the ducks at the pond, even though he ain't trying to swim. I feel like a bee on a flower. I feel like a bee on a flower. I'ma make the most of what I get. I'll share with the butterfly, these are all ours. I don't get egotistical, don't know what that meant. Oh, I feel like a cardinal in fall. I build my little nest I can sit. Wish all animals get along, and we all could share our shit. Oh, I feel like a human recording some nature, thinking I'll say some things to it later. Hey, a critic called himself a creator. Gotta have fun, do a little labor to get a little paper, something that could pay for the equipment, a gift from doing favors. The prototype exchanges, all of this to say, sure, we're all from this world, so to love it is major. Ooh, ooh. Feeling like a duck at the pond, feeling like a duck, I'm feeling like a goose, feeling like a bunch of things, but what to do, I said I'm feeling like a duck. Oh wait.
Just a critter.
Just a critter.
Stuck on a treadmill wheel, chasing the cheese on a stick. Waiting in imagination, turns so real. Can I create to eat and to live? Man, there ain't many places where people ain't been, and if there's few, there's a reason for it. I chip away at projects like I need me a dip, and sometimes none feel complete for a bit. In months I call it done just to leave it as is. Dismiss artistry, perfection, find peace in the gift. Could take days or weeks and 3 to 6. And what's the problem with letting breathe for the inspiration?
Just a critter.
I'm just a critter. I'm just a critter. Hey, soak any warmth like a lizard. Okay, something from nothing to I'm not a wizard. Just an ant making a hill from the litter. Hey, I'm just a critter. After any good, I'm a sifter. Critter, just a critter. I love Star Wars, so I'm a Sith nerd. And when I see my girlfriend, gotta kiss her. This is Mr. Did you get the picture? My beard is just whiskers. Always hunted for the underground music, I'm a digger. Remember in middle school, I read The Giver. So with the flow, I forgot I was the river. I forgot I was the river. I'm just a critter. Ooh. So with the flow, forgot I was the river. I'm a critter.
That was a pretty good catch.
That kind of works, huh?
Yeah, that one actually worked.
Sometimes those don't.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Okay, alright, let me try something else.
Okay, try it. Yeah, fuck that one up too. That was good.
There we go.
Okay, you landed one.
There we go. See, it's too tight here, huh?
There's all that on camera, right?
I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, fucking right.
But this too,
I want to watch that again.
Oh!
That was close.
One more
That's
try
fun.
for this one.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay.